Hello and welcome to episode 74 of the Jeffrey and Brian Show. I am Jeffrey.
I'm Brian.
And we're two guys drinking beer, talking what's going on. We got Ray with us.
Yeah.
All right. I did let that music go on a little longer than usual. But, you know, we paid $2 for it.
We got to get our money's worth
So,
out of it.
yeah. Let's use it, right? Hey, we're figuring this out as we go. How long did it take us to learn how to do that? Because we were too busy drinking beer instead of figuring out how to use this stuff.
Yep.
74, dude.
Uh-huh.
They're starting to climb a lot quicker already, and this is only the second mid. Sorry, we've only had one midweek episode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna go up fast now.
Yeah, we should keep track of where we started 2 a week, assuming this keeps going anyway. Anyway, whole bunch of crazy stuff happened.
Usually does.
Now, I've seen this video like 15 times.
Mm-hmm.
And I just shared it with you right before we hit record.
Yeah.
You had never seen this?
No, I've never seen it.
Ray shared it to me. I think Ray gave it to me the first time I saw it, but I've seen it like 9 times since then. Well, I did a little digging, and apparently it's in Kuwait City. But everyone has seen this video. Woman was walking down this alleyway carrying a lioness, like a full size,
like a cat.
She's full size cat lion.
Uh-huh.
And the thing was throwing a fit. It's like, all angry. And she's just carrying down the road, just like, no, this is Tuesday. This is what we do on Tuesday, you know?
Yeah.
All I can think is like, I've seen parents that can't control their kids in supermarkets, and this woman's just carrying a lion, you know?
Yep.
We could play this for you. I really don't care to. Anyone who wants to see it, just go into Google and type in woman carries lion. It will show up. I thought it was hilarious. Ray and his wise. All right. Speaking of over there in the Middle East areas, Turkey's officially changed their name.
What?
Does that surprise you, Ray?
Yeah. I'm like, what the hell they change it to?
Well, it's still Turkey,
For
but
those
it's spelled Turkiye, and over the U there's I believe that's an umlaut.
Yeah.
Is that the right term for that? The two dots. They're trying to better reflect their culture for an international name.
This is for tourism.
Probably, I guess, maybe.
you know what? I need to talk to I got an officer, NATO Turkey officer that lives downstairs from me. So I need to talk to him about that.
Does he want to be on the show?
Yeah, that sounds actually amazing. Like, for real, does he want to be on the show?
I have to talk to him, but he's English is second language, so he's working on it, but it's good.
Ray, isn't English your second language?
Yeah. But he only got like a couple of years experience.
Oh, so his English might be as good as my Spanish is.
Yeah. Well, he's English better than your Spanish.
Hey, I can find a toilet. I can find beer.
No, but I said like he practices every day.
True. It's been a long time since I took 10 years of Spanish.
And what do you got for it? Just the toilet and the beer?
Well, I make a joke, but realistically, every time we were overseas, English didn't cut it. I knew enough Spanish to get around, even in Israel, because realistically, anyone on the planet speaks English or Spanish, unless you're in a poor area, right?
Yeah.
Probably both, to be fair. Because Spanish is the #1 first language on the planet. English is the #1 second language on the planet. I mean, well, typically speaking, you were born into Spanish language, and then probably learned English for commerce. That's realistically how it goes. You know what I mean? It's like, well, how much of this world in terms of countries speak Spanish as the first language?
All of the Americas, Philippines, a couple countries in Africa. Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
say the English were the conquerors, but every country speaks Spanish.
Yeah.
Wasn't Columbus Spanish too?
Italian.
Okay, so he was commissioned by the King of
Yeah.
Spain then.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's from
I knew it
Nigeria.
was. Yeah, I knew he was working for a different country than his birth.
I got my third surf team tonight already.
Oh shoot! We haven't mentioned Thirsty Shirt in a while. I wore my Thirsty Shirt. Boston Bruins here. All right. But yeah, we'll see what happens if this name change increases tourism. I personally don't know who goes to Turkey for vacation, but I also don't live in the Middle East. You
A
know
lot
what I
of
mean?
people from Russia go to Turkey.
Real, I can see that. They're pretty friendly with each other.
Hmm.
Honestly, I'd go back to Turkey. Like, have you been there?
Yeah.
I had a great time. The food was amazing.
Toilets leave a little bit to be desired.
What's that?
The toilets.
Yeah. I noticed that a lot about a lot of the world was their sanitation facilities were subpar. I'm trying to be really polite here, but and you're like, this is gross, and then there wasn't even somewhere to wash your hands necessarily, or
No.
just running water, and you're like, okay, that's good enough, I guess. And then you go out and like you want to put ice in your drink, and you literally reach into an ice chest. I'm like, this is disgusting. I was like, this would be shut down in the States, Like this is old school back in the late 90s when you used to urinate in a big trough full of ice cubes at the bar. You know what I mean?
That was greenies.
Yes, it was. All right. So apparently Trump's getting ready to launch this social media thing. We've mentioned this a couple of times, right?
Yeah, we have.
I'm not sure what it is.
Nobody does. Nobody knows.
Are
you going to join?
No, I've been seeing things on Facebook. It's like, are you going to join the Donald Trump social media, whatever? And every time I've commented back, this is a trap.
Did you set up your Getter account?
No, because I actually did a little digging on the Getter. Getter isn't actually a social media platform. Apparently, it's like a mirror for other social medias that you can collect in one place.
Oh, okay.
From at least from what I understand of this. And I don't know. It just I didn't tweet. I have a Twitter account. The last person I added to follow on Twitter was Obama because he was president.
I'm sure he's tweeting a lot right now.
I don't know. I haven't checked my Twitter in years. Like I get my trending on Twitter stuff because it was popular enough that it showed up in my news feed, Yeah, I don't know what this thing is supposed to be, but for Trump, is it supposed to be just another like a Gab, a Facebook, a Twitter?
I guess we'll find out in a couple of weeks. No, a month. It said President's Day, right?
Yeah, president.
Yeah, so in February.
Not a bad choice for a day, actually. That was pretty appropriate,
Yeah, better than January 6th.
We'll be getting into that pretty soon here, won't we?
Yep.
Did you see Curry on Rogan?
I watched a little bit of it. I don't have a Spotify account, so I'm not allowed to listen to Joe Rogan.
Well, I watched a little bit of it on YouTube because he does these short little clips.
I posted one in the group of Curry and him.
Yeah, that's the one I shared. I thought you would want to watch the video because it was
Bitcoin.
Curry on Rogan.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, we have nothing to talk about this on the show. I just was curious if you watched it.
Yeah, I watched a part of it.
It seemed weird. But his partner there, Dvorak, he lives in like wicked expensive California, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He's
Like-
actually
like-
has 2 houses. His wife lives in
That's not good for your
Port-
marriage.
Port Arrow. I think it might be the best thing going for him. You know, they're in 2 different states.
Don't let your wife hear you say that.
She'd be all about it. I think I think his wife lives in Port Angeles, Washington.
And he lives in wine country, California, right?
But he lives outside of San Francisco.
All right. I know he lives near
The
the
Bay
train
Area.
tracks.
He lives in the Bay Area, near
I know he
Oakland,
lives-
I think. Yeah,
I know he can see the train tracks where he records the show.
yeah, of course.
Because every now and then he stops and he counts the cars. Oh, never have I wished I could reach through a device and slap someone in the face so much.
Well, that's
when
how
he
we know
does
how
that.
the economy's doing. You know, by the amount of cars on the train.
No, I know how the economy's doing. What it cost me to buy a gallon of gas, a pound of ground beef, and a case of beer.
Beer hasn't really went up in price around here yet.
No, and it's not going to because it's wicked easy to make. But invest in beer companies and invest in alcohol. The economy is not gonna get better for a while. And
People gonna be drinking.
historically speaking, people drink when times are tough. Someone's
Like,
gonna make money. Someone's gonna make money. Why not you, right?
Okay.
When the COVID hit too, a lot of people were drinking.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, and you know what? I wish I had thought it was gonna be that bad right away because I invested in condoms. I know. I really thought people were gonna be at home, fucking, you know.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, I made a couple bucks. It went up, which is impressive because I just sold it today. But I thought there's gonna be a lot more sex happening with lockdowns. I mean, the blizzard of 78 in Massachusetts created like a 2 million person.
You weren't even alive
population
in
surge.
78.
Huh?
You weren't even alive in 78.
No, but my brother was born 9 months later.
I was alive in 78.
The blizzard of 78.
I was 10
What?
years old during that blizzard.
Jesus Christ, you're almost as old as my father, dude. That's not true, though. My father's a lot older than you. No, but the blizzard of 78, people couldn't get out. Modern techniques get us out of here, but pretty much what happened in Virginia with you guys with that snowstorm recently is with the blizzard of 78, they were just unprepared for that kind of snowfall.
Yeah.
We will definitely get into that soon, but while we're talking about states being stupid, you see California's looking to double the taxes they collect.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, because everybody,
Nobody's going to move away. Yeah, more people aren't going to leave the state because taxes are double.
Well, that's actually the cause of this problem. They were taxing the people making money and they left. I mean, look, Joe Rogan took off, right? The Daily Wire with Ben Shapiro and all them left.
Yeah,
Elon-
Tesla's leaving.
Elon Musk left.
Yeah.
California's not bringing in tax anymore because they're taxing the wealthy out of the state, and now obviously they're going to pass this on to the next lowest pay grade.
Right.
But you have to spread it out so it goes to the next 2 lowest pay grades. What you used to be able to demand from Elon Musk, now it takes the upper middle class and the middle class. You know,
Right.
everyone's taxes are going to go up. So we can keep giving junkies needles and cleaning up shit of the junkies in San Francisco.
Yeah.
They have a poop patrol.
They have poop
There's
maps.
an app.
They got a map you
app.
can use to follow around so you can avoid the poop.
Where is the poop?
Is that like where's Carmen San Diego?
Where
in
in
the
San
world
Francisco
is-
is a giant human turd.
Mm.
Shoot. I didn't share out the link to the my page. Oh well. Virginia's back in the news.
Oh, shit.
My page. Oh well. No, look at that.
Hey, we got a viewer.
It's Ray.
Yeah.
um, Tim Kaine. Remind me who this asshole is again. Why am I
He's
so
the
loud?
he's a U.S. senator for the state of Virginia, one of the two.
Yeah,
He's
he
the
was running
Democrat,
as
right?
vice
They're
president.
both
for Hillary Clinton.
Democrats. We have two Democrat state U.S. senators.
How you guys, do you know how you're doing on congressman? What your spread is?
No,
Interesting, because you're just about to get a Republican governor, aren't you?
yeah,
Yeah.
Republican attorney general, Republican lieutenant governor.
Yeah, well, Virginia's definitely having a red wave. They will not leave the news.
Yeah, next week we voted for another delegate here in the 89th district, which is like downtown Norfolk.
Just saw something shoot in Virginia. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, Tim Kaine was there for what he said, like 29 hours.
Yeah, he said it took like 29 hours to get from D.C. to his home in Virginia Beach.
Jeez Louise.
Normally a 3-hour drive, 4-hour drive.
Well, I've seen
Like 6 or 7, depends on the traffic.
or 29 sometimes, depending on the traffic. But I saw people
Usually,
complaining,
that's why
asking.
I take the
I saw-
back roads.
Yeah, you say back roads, but from DC is a long way on back roads. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not a bad 4 hours.
But I don't know. I saw some people complaining about to the government, like, what's Virginia gonna do? And they're going nuts about this. And it's like, this isn't the government's fault, dude. You planned a trip. You didn't bother checking the weather report. That there was advance notice of this days in advance, right?
Uh-huh.
Everyone knew the snowstorm was coming. And they're like, well, why did it take 19 hours for someone to come help me? And it's like, because there were 50,000 other people on the road and they were all as stupid as you. Didn't check the weather report before they decided to drive on this stretch of road where they knew they weren't prepared to do it. You know, even Northam, I'm going to take Northam's side on this one. People giving him a hard time about this.
Well,
You're responsible for yourself, not the government. Don't ask Big Daddy government to pull your ass out of the fire.
no, it's not that. It's just everybody thought it was junking as they went fucking up, and they're like, no,
He's not even the governor yet.
He's not even the governor yet, so don't give him a hard time. He wasn't
Yeah,
part of this deal.
I saw a bunch of that actually. Social media influences were making a big deal about how Youngkin's already screwed everything up, and and then someone pointed out that he hasn't taken office yet, and it was Northam. And then they went into how Northam was doing such a good job of taking care of people. It's like, you obviously do not care about what actually happened. You're just trying to start a fight.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, it's like talking about how they're handing out bread and stuff like that. Like, no, actually, it was a couple that saw the bread truck in front of them, called the company, like, hey, this is what's going on. And actually, the CEO for the company called back to the truck, like, hey, this couple, they're going to distribute the bread. So they did that. They were distributing bread to people.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you get in touch with the CEO and he sees what's going on. He's like, yeah, obviously. He's like, I will pay for this out of my pocket. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a cost and also good publicity too. But too bad I don't remember the name of the bread company.
But I will make a point. I will make a point, and Brian's going to support me on this one. Bread doesn't get delivered the way that most people think it does. Whoever's truck that was, whoever's driving that truck probably owned all that bread.
Yeah.
They probably bought it all and then they sell it themselves in stores. Probably. That's a weird piece of knowledge I have that I got from Brian from driving a bread route every now and then. But yeah, it's some Marine.
Old Time. That's the name of the company.
Who?
Old Time.
It's Schmitz.
Ooh,
Yeah.
That's the good stuff too. The wife would have got hungry before she ate that. She doesn't like good bread.
Just
like
like
that
private
blue.
label.
She likes that. Oh, she likes that bleached white crap like Vienna.
Okay.
Yeah, I like my bread to weigh a pound, you know? Anyway, Virginia. Speaking of Virginia, you guys have a serial killer.
What?
Another one.
Just
I
one.
wasn't aware of that.
Well, DC Sniper was the last one, right? In the Northern Virginia, DC area.
Yeah.
Now you got some dude. They think he's luring women in through dating apps. Then he's
Mhm.
murdering them and leaving them in shopping carts in public places.
Huh.
Interesting.
Sounds pretty fucked up to me.
Mm.
They found 5 bodies so far.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know about you, but growing up, when the internet showed up, because I'm older than the internet, they told us never meet people that you meet on the internet. Never actually meet them in person, and never ever get in the car, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
What do
What
we
is
do now?
Uber? What is Uber?
Getting in somebody else's car.
Yeah, that you
And
met
you
on the
give them
internet.
money.
And there was an Uber killer at one point, wasn't there?
Yeah, there's been several.
Yeah. And that's actually why the cab drivers made a big deal, was about their licenses. Like, we're licensed to do this, and their arguments making more and more sense the more that I think about how many people getting murdered in Uber, because it takes very little to get an Uber license. And that is not the same as a livery license.
Oh, they're independent contractor.
Exactly. And they're not driving you somewhere. They happen to be driving them there themselves and will take you with them. Yeah. That's why they call them ride sharing services, not taxi services. All right. All right. Well, I do things weird sometimes. Sometimes I think if we do different states, it'll flow better. But that's a hard jump. But anyway, New York, right?
Well,
Oh,
we got Governor Northam in Virginia. He
Ooh,
convicted
nice.
a person that was convicted of slaying someone in Portsmouth in 2002.
Pregnant woman, I believe. And he shot someone else.
Yeah.
Go. They say life in prison. But from what I understand, a life sentence is 20 years. Or I don't know. Either way, he gave him a full pardon.
Yep.
Which basically means he's not guilty of this at all.
Uh-huh.
Versus, what do they call where they short your sentence?
A commuted
Yeah,
commuted sentence. Yeah, when they commute it. He didn't say, okay, your time's been served. He gave him a full pardon.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't bother looking up this case enough to find out what happened 20 years ago, because I really don't care.
Right.
But it does bother me a little bit when these guys wait till they're about to leave offices, do all this stuff. Because if you thought this the whole time, why didn't you do this as soon as you took office? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you thought he was innocent and sitting in jail for 20 years.
I mean, I don't know, like horrible crimes is one thing, but blue collar, I mean, I think that should be more easy to pardon than the horrible crimes.
Blue collar is actually getting your hands dirty and doing stuff.
A blue collar crime. I mean, no blue collar, white collar.
White collar is when you do it on a computer or something, or you scam someone. Yeah, but you say that, but a fraud is a white collar crime, and that kills thousands of elderly people every year, having their savings taken from them.
Yeah.
Buying snake oil.
So Manhattan has a new DA that he's basically not going to prosecute anybody.
Did you read this article?
Not this one, but I've seen other versions where it's going to be very few things that he follows through
There's a
prosecution.
crime in there that he says he will not prosecute for, that me as a parent would kill over. Kidnapping, he does not intend to prosecute. Kidnapping.
The only thing he says he's gonna be prosecuting is homicides, assaults resulting in serious injury, domestic violence and sex offenses, public corruption, and major economic crimes. That's it.
So
I
like
could-
petty crimes will like get let go. It's
So I
gonna
can
turn
steal
into
a
another
car
San
and not
Francisco.
be, huh?
It's gonna turn into another San Francisco. People just stealing little stuff.
Yeah, so
Prostitution is not gonna be
I think prostitution is already illegal in New York.
No.
New York.
Oh, I thought it was. Let me
Rhode
read
Reno,
it.
Island.
Nevada is the only place in this country.
Rhode Island.
Oh, really? There's a whorehouse in Rhode Island?
Well, it's not a whorehouse per se, but there's a strip club.
Well, there's strip clubs where you can get benefits in Virginia too.
We don't have strip clubs in Virginia.
There were. Well, yeah, you're
We
right.
got
No,
go-go bars.
I know. Oh, that's better than Massachusetts. You can't even find that here, but. All right. Anyway, yeah, but they're not even gonna prosecute kidnapping, dude. Like, if you steal my kid, I'm going to kill you and anyone that helped you. And then the police have said we don't care. I'm probably gonna go kill them too.
Yeah.
You know? No, I don't intend to kill a bunch of people, but also don't kidnap my kid.
And it also says that the maximum sentence they're going to request for anything they do is 20 years.
So if I chain up
Murder
a school
somebody.
bus, if I chain up a school
Yeah.
bus full of children,
20
They
years.
can't- and they can't get out, any of them, all 65 of them that fit in there, and I douse it in gasoline and light them on fire and record them screaming and I jerk off to them screaming as they die, I can only get 20 years for killing 65 kids and jerking off to it.
Well, luckily, this is the city of New York's prosecution guidelines, not the federal level.
So the feds can still charge you for what the hell crimes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
All right, so I just have to decide how heinous I want my crime to be and then go to New York to commit it.
Yes.
New York's not that far away. I'm realistic. I can get there in like 4 hours, 5 hours, depending on traffic.
It's always dependent on traffic.
Yeah, it's straight down 95.
Yep.
I've ridden 95 from Canada down to Tampa. Almost one into the other. All right. So I guess we're going to Biden.
If you want.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? He's asking that people pay back their student loans.
I thought Elizabeth Warren had that fixed for us.
What was her plan?
For everybody to get like $100,000 worth of student loans wiped for clean free.
Do I get $100,000 given to me because I don't have student loan debt?
No, you were stupid not to get student loan debt.
So what you're saying is I made the prudent and responsible decision and paid for my education through my own service in the military. And now you can't pay me back what I borrowed because I didn't borrow. I paid to include the years of my life and a piece of my body.
Yeah.
And these douchebags just want to say, fuck you. You should pay my debt instead.
Uh-huh.
It really pisses me off because if I realized I could just borrow money and just tell you, fuck you, I'm not going to pay for it, I would have done that too. I wouldn't have epilepsy now.
Right.
You need a tambourine, Ray?
Yeah.
All right. Just giving you a hard time. Yeah.
What are you drinking?
Peach PBR.
Ooh, those are fancy, but fancy cans for PBR. What is that? Their holiday edition?
No, they're regular.
It's got something weird on the label.
There's a different label. I don't know, man. I don't care about the label. I just care about the beers. It's affordable. It's not too cheap and it's not too expensive. It's just right.
I thought Mickey's Big Mouth was your go-to.
Well, actually, the price went up on the Mickey's. So for the
Because of
for the price
inflation?
of 3 Mickey's, huh?
Joe Biden did that.
Yeah, he
I did that.
So like, you know what? Let me get a 6-pack of Mickey's. It's actually
PBR.
better. You know, the price is not that high.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm drinking Yingling.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
don't.
I cannot do you.
That's
heard
not
that-
bad.
Anyways, moving on. Florida.
Yeah,
Florida's in the news. I know it's
I'm
hard
not-
to believe.
I know they're like Virginia. They just will not leave the news cycle, right?
So they
Yeah.
passed the law, or there's a bill going through the process now that would allow recordings in classrooms and force teachers to wear microphones.
I think they just need to put a camera so they know what the teacher teaching.
Yeah, I don't think you have to put a microphone on the teacher.
Yeah.
But I think that if you're working for the people have a right to know what you're doing. Just
Yeah.
like
Cops.
yeah, just like the police with the body cams and all the cameras all over the place on military bases. And if they catch you farting in the wrong direction, you're in trouble. You know what I mean?
Even worse, catch you smoking outside the smoke pit.
Yeah, even if it's only a step and a half out of the smoke pit, it's the
Yeah,
same.
especially
It's a fire hazard.
Especially after what happened to the Navy couple like the last year.
What happened with the Navy?
The ship that caught on fire like a year or two, something like
The
that.
Bonhomme Rashad, I believe he's
Yeah.
referring to. That was a little bit ago. Actually, we've brought that up several times, haven't we?
Yeah.
That dude is boned.
Well, I mean, there's other reports coming out saying that they don't believe he said it. So we'll see what happens. So, but
And they're also
another
sa-
article that I saw about the Navy, since we swerved on the Navy here for a second, it's not
Yeah,
on
let's
the
do
list.
Oh, I got a couple things to bring up with the Navy then.
They had, when I went to boot camp, it was 10 weeks long.
I did
Then it got
6.
shortened down to 8 weeks.
No, yeah, right. I did 8. You're
And
right. I'm sorry.
now it's back to 10 weeks. They're doing mentorship and leadership in the last 2 weeks of boot camp.
No need for mentorship or leadership in boot camp.
They're
As
saying
a-
they're taking it from the A schools and moving it back to boot camp.
shouldn't be in the A schools really either. You shouldn't be learning leadership training in boot camp. You're a booter. That should be OJT, I think, but just me.
Yeah.
I had like 6 months at A school.
Well, you're special like that.
My mama told me special is another word for retarded.
If you did 6 months in A school, you'd be retarded.
Well, I was a turd chaser.
But
I learned all
oh,
sorts of
A
great
school,
skills.
not boot camp.
No, in A school. That's what I'm saying. In A school, I did all the time because I was learning how to weld and braze and plumb and everything else.
Yeah, you were a jack of all trades.
Master of none.
Navy, I can't believe we forgot this around Christmas time at USS Wisconsin, Milwaukee. It's 100% vaccinated, and everybody got COVID in the ship.
Yeah, well, that sucks. Constitution's got a new CO.
Yep, female.
First
What?
woman commander of the Constitution. Thought the wife just gave his looks like, that was so long ago. At least respect that one ship. I could hear her thoughts with that look.
But she is not the first female to be in charge of taking the ship out to sea.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the XO was in charge for some reason. One of the times it got underway in the I think late 80s, early 90s. So
I have no idea how you found that or knew that, but I'm impressed.
it was all been part of the article about the first female commanding officer.
All right. I only
I
read like
actually
two.
read the article.
That's actually in this thing.
Yeah.
Where is it?
You gotta find
All the way in
article.
the bottom at the end.
Is it
Probably
really?
pretty close. Yeah.
No, there's nothing in there. There's nothing in here about that. I read this a couple days ago. I didn't think much of it, but
I'm looking for. I can't even find the link. So
it's not in there.
I can't. Even, I didn't even know that. I didn't know we put this on the list.
It's not. That's what I said.
Oh, okay. See, that's why.
Yeah. But we also have the first female commander of a nuclear aircraft carrier.
We do.
Yeah. I don't remember which ship it is. And I believe I saw that the next Enterprise is going to be released in 25 or 35, maybe.
Is that going to be only on Paramount Plus?
No. USS Enterprise, the actual warship, not the Star Trek vessel.
Hey, you know what I saw the other day? Some girl wearing a ball cap of USS Kennedy. Are they
Yeah.
making another Kennedy?
Yes, they are.
Oh,
Yeah. It's being built right now.
oh wow.
I was there for the commissioning of shoot.
The Bush,
The Bush.
Yeah, it might have been there. Yeah, George
Ford.
H.W.
Ford,
hold up.
Bush,
Yeah, Ford, right? Yeah, yep. So,
Ford.
yeah, I was there at the commissioning of the Ford. It was really cool. We got tickets.
The Ford is just about ready to start its workups for its first deployment.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, only like 30 years after it's
I-
been commissioned.
I know. Well, 30 years. Oh, I have 30
I'm
years ago.
exaggerating a little bit.
A
but
little bit. It was like 5 years ago.
They just finally certified the last aircraft elevator, so now it can start workups.
Yeah, I don't remember how I got the tickets, but someone's like, "Hey, I have tickets," or whatever, and they just handed them to us.
I mean,
We're
That's
like,
the one that Trump went to.
I don't. No,
no,
Trump
this was
wasn't there.
before Trump's time.
Yeah, it was well before Trump. But we're like, yeah,
Oh.
if we get to go watch an aircraft carrier be commissioned, this will be real. We left before they broke the bottle of champagne.
God
But
damn.
it's cold.
No, it was just hours of, you know.
Well, I'll tell you,
Yeah.
a commissioning's more fun than a decommissioning.
Yeah, I believe that, and it was cold, and we were in these chairs forever. And we listened to a mantra. It's like, you know what? Let's just. I don't care enough. It's like we know they're gonna break a bottle of champagne across the bow, and they use a giant rope because they don't.
Well, that
no
would
one
be
wants
the-
to be
If
embarrassed.
it was that's the christening, not the commissioning. Two
That's
different
what I meant.
ceremonies.
That's what I meant. I'm sorry. That's what we went to was the christening.
Okay. Yeah, that happens early on in the shipbuilding process.
Way early.
Yeah.
My mistake. That's what we did was the christening.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and we even left before that because like this is just it's taking forever, right? And we didn't even get on the ship.
No, you don't.
I thought I'd get to look around a little bit, you know?
No, not on the christening or the commissioning. You don't go on the ship for either one of those ceremonies.
Oh, I get need to know, but I'm pretty sure it's a CVX, right?
It's a CVN.
You sure it's CVN? I thought it was a CVX.
Oh, I don't know. I think they're
Not
still
sure.
called CVN, but it's just a different. It's still CVN. It's CVN.
Well, it's still a quote conventional nuclear, which is
Yeah.
ridiculous because a CV is conventional. The N means nuclear, not conventional, but it's still a
C
conventional
stands for
nuclear.
Carrier
Huh?
vessel.
Yes.
Carrier vessel nuclear.
All right. That makes more sense. I was told conventional, but that carrier does make more sense.
All right.
Geez,
Well, we got
They're
one more.
enormous, though, aren't they?
What's that?
They're enormous.
Yeah, they are.
A building on the water.
I have one more Navy topic,
Oh,
which also is COVID related. You want to cover that today, or you want to cover that another day?
Let's just do the Navy part now.
All right. So, well, it's military related.
Yeah.
There's an article out that says that twice as many military members have died from suicide from July to September than have died from the start of COVID-19 from COVID.
This is not an increase in suicides, though, is
No,
it? No.
I mean, it could be, but that's not how the article was written. They're
I'm
just
pretty
saying that everybody's freaking out about being vaccinated and have to have your COVID shot or you get kicked out of the military. But when you put the numbers together, more people are dying from suicide than actual COVID-19 because COVID-19 does affect 18-year-old people, but not enough where they die left and right.
We talked about this several months ago, actually.
Oh yeah, definitely.
With the suicides and the overdoses
Yeah.
are up like 700%. And you know, it's funny. It's actually, I had a conversation. I'm not going to mention which one, but a family member today. I'm not going to blow up my family. You know what I mean? But about, you know, this kind of stuff. And then she's, well, you know, this many people have died of, you know, COVID. It's like, yes, yeah. And that is unfortunate. It really is, you know, but suicide rates, overdose deaths are up like 700%.
Yeah.
At what point do we want to say, let nature do what it's going to do versus forcing people to kill themselves by, you know, telling them they can't leave their homes or, you know, which, by the way, I haven't seen a whole lot of lockdown lately.
You're never going to see it again.
Well, we have a mask mandate here in Pembroke again for public facilities. It is being enforced, but there's like 4 public buildings in town.
Okay.
You got like town hall, the police station, the fire department, and the library. Oh, and the council on aging. Besides that, we're not wearing masks. You know, you have some places saying wear a mask if you're not vaccinated, but they're not checking your status, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I think for the most part, most normal people are pretty much just done with COVID. I think they're living with it now. You know, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. You know, that's
everyone's going to.
Yeah. I'm not letting it dictate how I run my life anymore. I'm not scared of it.
Oh, I gave up on doing that a while ago. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to get sick.
No.
Like, I don't even like getting the common cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sucks. But, I don't know, man. You kick me in the balls enough time and say, you're going to get sick. I'd rather just get the coof.
Yeah.
But yeah, especially this new Omicron, man. Apparently it's a joke.
Yeah, everybody gets it.
Well, that's what they're saying.
And it's like the cold.
I did a quick study, a quick calculation. Let me rephrase that. Of how fast they said it spreads. And at the quickest, 6 weeks. At the longest, 15 weeks. The entire planet's going to have the Omicron variant from when it started, with how transmissible it is. Nothing you can do about it. No matter what. They're saying it's so transmissible, and I just crunched the numbers based on how quickly it spread within the first week.
Yeah.
You know, and they said it gets through the masks. They're making a big deal.
Yeah, they say the masks are useless for this virus. You know, this version.
Yeah, they made a big deal. This one's actually aerosolized, I believe is the term they use, right? Or airborne.
Yeah. The particles are so small that unless you're wearing, like, I think the N95 mask might help, but
assuming you have a proper seal.
Yeah, the normal person that's wearing their paper mask multiple times, yeah, done. No.
Well, your cloth mask that you wear you put in your pocket.
I put my paper mask in my pocket too.
Yeah, and you pull it out, and it's got dirt on it, and no one cares as long as it's on your face, right?
Exactly.
It's like, you know, this is garbage.
Yeah.
Like, you know, last time I wore it was the other side out. Now I'm coughing out my, you know.
Well, President Biden, you know, he came out.
Former Vice President Biden.
Yes. Okay. Whatever. He made a speech on January 6th and made sure to wear his mask to the podium to take his mask off once he got to the podium to
speak a
do a
bunch.
speech.
Brian, you keep disappearing with that cat.
Brian, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are aliens
The
getting you?
cat's messing up my
They try-
virtual background.
You- The aliens are bidding you over there? The Arctic?
No, what's crazy is Brian actually has a green screen. He can
Mhm.
put anything he wants behind him.
Yeah.
Like he could put a picture of his cat behind him.
That'd be crazy.
Moving on. I don't even know where we went or how we got there.
Well, we're on
We were
The
talking about
Navy.
well,
Florida.
the
About the
gender unicorn.
Okay, first of all, I want to say I thought there was a North Carolina and a South Carolina. I thought there was only
This
a
is
West.
it's a university. It's the Western Carolina University. I don't know.
It's like Virginia. They got
Western
East Virginia.
Carolina University.
Yeah. Let me see.
It's like
what's-
Virginia got East Virginia Medicine University.
Pretty sure there's only a West Virginia, right?
No, but every state got their own like district.
I know. I'm looking up the
like West
location for this
West
stupid place.
West
now.
Connecticut University. Fucking
Yeah, but Western Carolina, there's two Western North Carolina or Western South Carolina. That's where I'm
The
going.
Western
with this.
Carolina University is in North Carolina.
All right,
So it's in
Wow.
the western part of North Carolina. It's in Coolawee, North Carolina.
when I read it, the first thing I thought was like
Huh?
West Carolina. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
But
god,
you
the
never
Civil
noticed
War's
the
already
states-
started.
You never notice a state do that, like East Virginia Medical Center.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you got West Connecticut University. Every state does that. A state a university.
What do you think of the gender unicorn?
That
Stupid.
might be my thumbnail. Did you look at the gender unicorn?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, they got like
Your
a little
gender
uniform.
identity: female, woman, girl, male, man, boy, other.
Yeah.
Gender expression: feminine, masculine, other. Sex assigned at birth: female, male, other. Physically attracted to: men, women, other.
There you go. Look at that.
There it is. Yeah. For the video version of the show on Rumble and YouTube.
Anyone who
you
is
go.
doing it that way, here it is. If you listen to the audio only version, good for you. That's actually the way I want the show to be. But go ahead and have a look at this gender unicorn. I bet that's all you have to type in a Google search. It's kind of upsetting. But yeah, dude quit his job over that, right? An RA or something.
Yeah. Yeah. And what is an RA?
Resident assistant. Basically,
Yeah.
they live in the barrack dorms with everyone.
Yeah, they're like the den mother, they're the dorm person. They
Yes.
are not. I don't know. How
They know what's going on better than the newbies that can help out the newbies learn how to get along.
And they try to maintain some semblance of rules.
Of order, yes.
Order, yeah, not necessarily rules, yeah.
Yes, exactly. And this dude is like, you're gonna tell. Actually, I'm pretty sure he made a big deal about how you're not gonna. Oh no, and this is someone else that I read about. But yeah, dude's like, nope, I'm not doing that.
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna pretend. I'm not playing this game. I was just trying to help people, but if it's gonna be this big a deal,
I think they get paid to do that too. Or
I
they
think
may
they
get a
get-
free room.
maybe I think different schools do it different ways. I know
Right.
that a couple schools around here give you if you do an RA, you get a free meal program.
Okay. Well, that's a good deal.
Yeah, no, it is, but it's a lot of work to do that job too. You know,
Because you're a babysitter.
essentially, you're taking care of these 18-year-olds that just moved out of mom's house that literally don't know how to do their own laundry. You know, and you have to explain to them how to put a quarter in the machine. You know,
Well, I'm sure it's on an app now, but yeah, okay.
Dude, they don't even do quarters no more. They do like a little
I got a
now.
card.
Yeah. I
I
had to
have
do
a
laundry
machine.
outside today.
I have my own machine.
Yeah,
I do
well,
got my own
sometimes
machine,
your own
but
machine breaks down or you got too much laundry to do and it's just easier to go to the laundromat.
and it's quicker too. Like, gosh, the dryer's like 9 minutes and it's dry. Like, that's crazy.
Yep. And it's not running up your electric bill and your water bill. It's running up
Yeah, it's true.
theirs.
It's only like 60 cents for 9 minutes and it's dry.
That's
got
got to
the-
be soap and suds.
I got the smart saver shit. These things, this thing actually spins itself around in ways that the barrel, like what clothes you got in, spins it back and forth like 3 or 4 times. It decides how much water to add.
Well, I had to wash a bunch of mechanic stuff. They got all grease
Ah.
and stuff, and I didn't want to use my washer. And they got heavy
get that.
machinery ones,
I
so
get
like
that.
that's yeah. So it was quicker, and I'm like, oh man, done in an hour, like even less than that. Like, okay, I'm out of here.
Yeah, but it's like $1.50 to run that machine.
Oh, the wash is like $7 now. Like I
Yeah.
was like, damn.
Yeah, you went to soap and suds. I can tell by
Yeah.
those prices.
It cost me
Well-
way less to run a load of laundry than $7.
Well, I just needed to get like it was heavy. I need heavy machinery, and like I don't want to do my washer because I can hear like struggling trying to do all this heavy stuff.
You're trying to do too much at once.
Yeah, well, it's not. It's just for the winter. It's winter coats. It's winter like and like all this mechanic stuff and like the old duty and like I don't want to put it through my washer.
All right.
You know?
Kazakhstan's on fire, dude.
uh,
They're former Soviet Union, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought their government quit.
No, their government just locked down hardcore.
I thought part of the government quit in protest to what was going on.
Maybe, but they just ordered kill without warning orders for the protesters that are pissed off with gasoline prices.
Well,
Right.
also they shut down the internet, which also knocked down the ATM machines.
Yeah, and they also called in Russia. Russia dropped paratroopers in to Kazakhstan to stop the rioters.
So if you want to
Crazy.
see what's going to happen
If
in the
you
world when you shut off the internet and you shut off ATMs, just look at Kazakhstan.
if you shut off the internet in the United States, actually, people that didn't even understand what a gun was will be buying guns. No,
They won't be able to buy a gun because they won't be able to pass the federal background check because there won't be
There's
no
no
way to do
internet.
it.
well, without
you don't
internet,
got money
internet.
because you cannot use debit card.
they won't know where to get a gun either.
Exactly.
The average person, yeah.
What do you mean? Amazon cannot deliver? Oh, I don't got internet either.
Well, that's why I left my nuts up. I keep seeing every year, someone makes a video about how easy it is to buy a gun.
Right.
And then they realize it's not that easy to go buy a gun.
Yeah.
And they get all pissed off. It's like, I'm supposed to be able to go, I have rights. And the guy's like, yes, but all these laws have been passed. There's a 5-day waiting period in California. I
voted
need to
for
do a
it.
background check. We have to
Yeah.
make sure that you're not, and they're all pissed off. And this actually came up again recently when people were buying guns when COVID was like a big lockdown thing because people weren't making money. And you saw that the people were marching down people's neighborhoods and burning houses down.
Technically, it wasn't Russia that sent paratroopers in. It's their organization called the Collective Security Treaty Organization,
My mistake.
which is a Russian-led military alliance made up of former Soviet states.
Mm.
So it's Blackwater, but Russian.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So a private organization of Russians or of Soviets.
Yeah. They use the term Soviet states.
That's a little terrifying, isn't it? Putin's trying to expand his Soviet Union back, though, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He's been talking about this since the 80s.
It's been a goal of his forever since he got back in power.
Yeah.
You know, and the battle lines are being drawn tighter and tighter about
Ukraine.
a potential invasion in the Ukraine.
And
But
Putin
Ukraine's
is
got nothing to worry about. The United States is there
bullshit.
for them.
No. Oh, okay. Okay.
We promised.
Yeah.
Yeah, your buddies probably forget.
Joe Biden was there for the original attack from Russia. He was the vice president when they took Crimea.
Was he? Yeah, he was,
Yes.
wasn't he?
Uh-huh.
Ukraine's gonna be a
He gonna
mess.
forget.
Huh?
He's gonna forget.
If this actually happened, this could be the start of World War III.
So that Russia, China,
Ukraine.
North Korea.
Yeah.
I guess everybody.
Ah.
Goddamn, Russia's
I
big.
don't know. You really think China, Russia, and North Korea think they have the balls to take on the rest of the planet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Russia does
Yeah.
have a lot of nukes.
And China's got a lot of military.
They have a lot of men to die.
You know?
Well, no, actually, that's a good way of putting it. Because they keep a 1,000,000-man standing army no matter what, right?
Right.
Which is absurd. Anyone who's going, is that many? That's seriously like 5 times as many as any other country on the planet
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
in terms of an army.
Yeah.
Well,
The United States is next in line. Then anyone behind that is like a tenth of that, of a standing army.
Yeah.
well, if we get all these Southeastern Asian countries to surround China, they probably cannot get away from it. Japan, India, Australia.
Japan might have an advantage being at sea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can see them coming further away
Uh-huh.
within ships coming across a sea versus men walking across the land. You know what I mean? In tanks.
Right.
Yeah.
As weird as
What-
it sounds, it's easier to hide a tank than a ship.
Oh, yeah.
Especially
Go ahead.
especially in Armada. Like you can say be as stealthy as you want, but you cannot hide an Armada.
The fleet.
You see 100 ships sailing across the ocean. It shows up on everything you have.
Unless they got stealth technology.
Even if you do, unless they're all submarines, that's a lot of fishermen coming directly at us in a giant diamond pattern. Moving on, keep us on track here.
Alright,
You said that the unrest in Kazakhstan is wreaking havoc on the commodity market and crypto markets.
Yeah, apparently Kazakhstan is a giant crypto miner. I didn't realize this. And I'm hearing this is having a big deal to do with it. And they're making a big deal about how the unrest in Kazakhstan is what has been affecting my crypto.
Okay.
I've been selling crypto slowly as it goes down. To lose as little as possible before I buy it back when it's really low. Either that or bail. But as soon as I heard that they blamed Kazakhstan,
Uh-huh.
I sold half what I had left.
Okay.
I got out. I was like, nope. If you're blaming Kazakhstan for why Bitcoin is down, I'm bailing out, And I sold a little more than half what I had in. Keeping some because I'm expecting eventually a bounce. But yeah, if we're blaming a country that seriously most people think is a cartoon country that doesn't really exist,
Yeah.
might be time to get out.
So I know it was Asian country. I thought it would be Middle Eastern descent.
You can say Middle East all you want, but Middle East is not a continent.
No. Kazakhstan. I thought it was more Middle Eastern people look alike.
It is.
More Asian look alike.
Oh, well. All right, I know what you mean, but remember too, Russia is Asian.
Yeah, I know. When I ask people like, so where the Russia state is, European or Asia? They would go European. Like, no, actually,
Have you ever looked at the
Asian.
map?
Yeah.
All right. Where are we going, Bri? Talk about, we're gonna talk about September 6th,
Harris
Freedom Day.
Is that what they
Freedom Day.
called it? Freedom Day?
No, that's what Tim Pool want to call it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's exactly it. Well, because that was the day when we got people to stop burning down cities in the name of government. And
Yeah,
all
now
we
it's
do is sacrifice Ashley Babbitt.
now we got the insurrection day.
Has anyone actually paid attention?
Well, they had a candlelight vigil for everybody that died on January 6th.
One woman. Not just one woman, a military veteran, Air Force veteran who's killed by the police. An unarmed military veteran woman was killed by the police. Why weren't there riots over this?
Well, Harris came out and said that January 6th is going to be a day that lives in infamy, like Pearl Harbor Day and 9/11.
I don't understand why all these politicians think they're going to say something that makes them sound like Lincoln or Truman or FDR. You know what I mean?
They want to make history. That's all.
Yeah, but they're not even worse. Is they're not even coming up with something new and original. They're quoting FDR.
Yeah.
That was FDR, right? Or was it Truman?
I don't know.
Shit.
One of those people. But I like how your next article here.
Truman dropped the bomb, right? So it must have been FDR. That said, this day will live in infamy.
But before January 6th, like the whole summer long, liberal cities were burning to the ground, and nobody cared about that.
It didn't.
Well, how about when Trump got inaugurated? It burned DC to the ground.
Didn't two areas declare independence from the United States?
Yeah.
What do you want to do? You want me to go take care of her?
Isn't that the definition of insurrection?
No, not according to Democrats.
I don't understand what that word means. Because
I don't think they understand what the word means.
I think they should look that word up because I do not think it means what they think it means.
I guarantee it doesn't mean what they think it means.
That's one of the best movies ever, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Princess Bride.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be a Disney cheesy movie, but actually it's funny. So
you say this like you just watched it.
No, just like when I was, I remember like Princess
as a kid.
Bride. That sounds stupid, like no. Then I start watching, and like, okay, it's not bad, it's funny.
Oh, Princess Bride was hilarious. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
The Dread Pirate Roberts. Billy Crystal was in it. Come on.
Right up there with Robin Hood Men in Tights.
That same guy, Dread Pirate Roberts is in that one too. You're right. He also played Wesley. And the same in Princess Bride. Great movie. I'm gonna watch that tonight, actually.
If you're still awake.
We will, because we're gonna skip Corona tonight because I gotta run out of time before we get there, and we're gonna do what we did last time and put the Corona on Tuesday.
All right.
Unless you think that's a bad decision, but I don't want to be here for another 2 hours doing the Corona thing.
So,
Newsweek said this shit, dude.
And Newsweek's not even a real thing anymore,
I know. It used to be a real,
It used to be a printed magazine, came out weekly.
I had to use it for school. I had to have a subscription in high school.
Now it's just an online publication.
It's a joke. It used to be a big deal newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, weekly. It was basically a magazine, right?
Yeah. It was like U.S. News and World Reports that doesn't exist anymore. They were both weekly magazines that publish, stories.
I can still get a farmer's almanac though.
Yeah,
Nah,
I know you can.
I just bought the new one. Actually, I say just. I
You
bought it
want me to
like
go do
in,
something?
huh? Oh, I bought it in like November. Anyway, where were we going? I sidetracked. Oh, Newsweek.
Yeah, Newsweek.
14th
And
Amendment.
now we're on 14th Amendment.
Isn't that the same amendment we're using to justify Roe versus abortion?
That's the one they wanted to know. That's the one they wanted to get used to get Trump from. They wanted to use that to prevent Trump from running for office in 2024. So let's see what the 14th Amendment is.
Well, isn't that the same one that isn't that medical? Well, the one they
No,
use for medical
That's the
privacy
25th
rights.
Amendment.
No, the 14th Amendment is for the
This-
natural citizen.
25th Amendment.
Hey, cat, stop shredding stuff.
I don't think there are 25.
The 14th Amendment says no person shall be senator, representative,
Oh,
president, having previously taken the oath of office, blah, 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 that has engaged in an insurrection or rebellion against the same. So that's
Oh, that's what they're
why
using
we're
the war.
using the term insurrection.
that's yes. And the best part is I found out apparently you don't need to actually even have a trial or prove it. You just need to have a vote of Congress.
Well, that could be a problem in 2024.
If they do that,
Because
It
Nancy
will-
Pelosi's already stepping down from the speakership.
yes. Predictions page, Brian.
I saw you updated it.
Yeah, I only moved like one thing over. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh,
The 14th Amendment.
yeah, if they make it so that because they were talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene too, and a whole bunch of other people.
Uh-huh.
If they use this amendment to make sure that people cannot run for office again, it will be war. And by war, I mean hot war.
Right.
We will see extremists, actual extremists running for office. No, not Marjorie Taylor Greene. I mean people
He's
that
not an extremist.
no. By that I mean people that build bombs
Yeah.
are gonna be running for office, and there will be bombs going off, and there will be people being shot in the street. If you're telling us that we cannot vote for the people that we like because you don't like them,
Right.
not me, whatever. I'm just saying that will happen because that's what once you make peaceful revolution impossible, you make violent revolution inevitable.
Right.
And if you say we can't vote you out of office, then then people will pick up their guns. And
Yep.
I don't want to see that.
No.
But it's been about that amount of time in our history as a nation, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Especially as an empire.
Are we empire?
We've literally been running the planet for about 100
That's
years.
fine. No, I understand that, but I'm saying like empire conquered, don't they?
Not necessarily. They control. They don't.
Name-
They don't
name a-
conquer.
name a
They control.
empire. Name my empire that have bought land before the United States.
That's because they didn't know a better. They didn't know a better way to run an empire. The Romans
Yeah.
killed people. The Americans bought.
Yeah, they bought Lieutenant
What's the
Purchase.
difference?
You just give them money, like, okay, cool, here's the land. Besides,
Blood and
like, hey,
treasure,
let me take
right?
the land. Huh?
Blood and treasure.
Power to treasury.
Blood and treasure. Instead of blood, you can pay treasure.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
look
I
at
prefer
Guam.
treasure than blood.
Moving
But
on.
anyways, moving on.
All right. Noah Green.
What the hell
Okay.
is that?
Yeah, he's not who matters. Billy Evans. Billy Evans has been brought up a lot recently about people who died in this riot.
Uh-huh.
The January 6th riots. Billy, jeez, oh my God, it's way down here, and I had it loaded up and ready, and
I'll be back.
yeah. Anyway, Billy Evans
Yeah.
is one of the guys, is one of the cops that's saying that died that night. But he died like a week later. And they made a big deal about well, shoot, name anyone who died on January 6th besides Ashley Babbitt.
It's the only one I know of. That's because she's the only one who did.
I was say, let's get Ray a fucking tambourine too. Yeah, no, I like how he held this bag of chips in front of the microphone. I'm just
hear him
teasing.
choking now.
Hold on, you could hear the bag of chip?
Yeah,
Oh my
when
God,
you opened
yes.
it.
That's all we could hear.
I put it on mute.
No, I muted you after you started opening the bag of chips.
No, even before that, when I got up, I put it on mute.
No,
Like,
well,
can you
it
hear me
didn't,
now?
it didn't work. You don't
Can you hear me
respect the
now?
show, you know, with your chips.
Can you hear me now? Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
How about now?
Yes.
Yes.
Really? What the hell?
Yes.
All right,
Your
let me see
mute
what's going
button is
on.
broken.
I know.
Now I see I have this mute,
Yep, not working. Can't hear you.
and I can actually mute myself on the show through the
Zoom.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes.
yeah. There you go. Cannot hear
Hey,
you.
you figured it out.
All right. No, actually, to be fair, sometimes it takes a minute to figure out the way they want to do things with these apps, you know?
No, I had to just go unplug and plug it back in, and that's I
That's
guess,
the serious mute there. He's unplugging the cable.
You unplug it, it works 100% of the time.
I unplugged it just to reset it.
Shit, I think oh, never mind. Ooh, well, oh yeah, okay. Sorry, back on topic here for a minute. Apparently, I don't know. Who was it? Was it me that shared this shit? This FBI
No, I did.
Trump thing?
Yeah.
Well, you remember I'm sure you remember you shared it. They were talking about they arrested a bunch of people because they were gonna arrest Governor Whitmer.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice, right?
Yeah, she was gonna get kidnapped.
And haven't we found like 9 out of 10 people involved in that were the federal agents?
Yeah. Or if they weren't federal agents, they were being strongly encouraged to do what they do by federal agents.
This sounds like entrapment, to be fair.
It is entrapment.
It is entrapment.
And entrapment is actually not as easy as people make it sound. Entrapment base. Oh, it is. You are convinced to commit a crime that you would not have done had the police not been involved. Is entrapment. But if you have like 10 people convincing one guy to try to kidnap someone, I mean that is entrapment, you know? Like, no, this video of all this. I'm sorry, I'm just really bothered. There's videos of all this going down. When the guy is like, no, I don't want to do any of this crap. This is nuts. You know? I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to kidnap them, but the feds talked him into it. Now he's looking, I'd say he. There was, I think, 3 people that weren't feds out of like 13 that were involved. Yeah. Whatever. Brian doesn't have his catheter anymore, I guess.
No. You want to move to the next topic? A funny one.
Yeah, but if we go there, we're gonna go COVID.
You guys don't want to go COVID? Because the next one is COVID related too.
Well, we're already an hour in, but we can bring up that one. because as soon as you sent it to me, I said, "Oh, fucking buzzkills."
No, I got it from the Rumble in the morning. It was like a stupid news, and I was just laughing. That's so stupid. Like that was the beginning of the year, but I just forgot to brought it up for Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll talk about this one thing, but we're not going to do the rest of the COVID stuff.
All right.
Well, we don't want to do a
Well, the next
3-hour
one is
show tonight.
Whoopi.
See,
What? Do we talk about the sex orgy already?
that's where we're gonna go right now.
I don't want to
We'll
miss
talk about this one,
it.
but not the rest of COVID.
No, he didn't want to talk about it because it's gonna bring COVID. Like, no, I don't want to talk about it because of COVID. Like, oh well, the next one's COVID related too.
Well, no, we're gonna avoid COVID until the midweek episode. But I would like to bring up what this
We got other
Spanish
topics down
thing.
at the bottom of the page too, besides COVID.
Oh yeah,
other-
there's more behind it,
Yeah.
and we're already over an hour in. We're an hour and a quarter in. The whole
Yep.
point of 2 shows a week was so that it wouldn't be 2.5 to 3 hours every week, every time, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, Spain. Let's bring this up. The Spanish police had interrupted orgy of 50 people and arrested people.
Barcelona.
Yeah, Barcelona.
It started by some Americans.
Well, because they were violating COVID restrictions.
Well, yeah, you know how the reason they got caught? 2 people went to the wrong house.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's like, and they're like, "Hey, we want to get in." Like, no, this is not it. The house.
Yeah.
And they was
no,
trying to
there's
force
not
me
a
to
whole
get
bunch of
in.
people fucking here. You're in the wrong.
Yeah, so that's how they got caught. So the people that got or the house called the cops like, "Hey, something's going on," but it's orgy. So that's why they busted the orgy event. Apparently, the America initiated the orgy.
That's
yeah.
what's up.
Yeah, so they arrested a bunch of French people.
Sounds
they
about right.
found
The
some
frogs
sex
love.
trafficking people in there too. So yeah, it's crazy.
The police said it was functioning discreetly as a brothel. There was
Yeah.
50 to 70 people involved.
They found a knife.
But
I
they
guess
didn't. They
knife
weren't violating curfew because curfew was from 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. and they were safely ensconced in a location during that time. So
Yeah, but I don't.
The
They were
wife just
keeping
almost
distancing.
puked when she heard how many people were there. She's like, so much DNA.
I'm sure they were using condoms.
Right.
Well, that's why your condom stocks keep going up.
No, that's why they didn't. Because they're blowing loads on faces. Like I said, I made a little bit of money. But I expect to make more money on condoms. By the way, buy booze.
Yep, that's your
Blue
stock.
stocks.
That's your stock tip of the week, right there. Buy booze.
We'll see. But people drink when they're depressed. Everyone's depressed.
All right, our next topic is Ray's topic.
Oh, is it about
Farts in a
dildos?
The
jar.
orgy was my topic.
So is this one, farts in a jar.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this bothered me so much.
Because you
Why?
didn't come
Because
up
we
with
didn't
it.
come up with it.
Yes, but I'm also not. I'm
This
also
could have been
not.
our exit strategy.
Yeah, but she's a smoke show. The woman that's farting in jars and selling them, she's smoking hot. I'm so
Yeah,
gross.
that's why she's
douchebag.
making money out of it.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised she hired somebody else. So like, hey, I gave you $50
The
for
fart.
your and instead of like doing herself, because who could tell?
Maybe, but she's apparently been on point and actually doing it because she went to the hospital. And apparently the hospitalization was because of her weird diet.
So she can fart more.
Mostly hard-boiled eggs and beans.
That'll do it.
And I
Well-
read
Oh, I didn't
you
know
know
she
who
was
got-
a 90-day fiance star.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
she
yeah.
is.
I actually watched that
was.
stupid show.
Oh my God, that sucks for you.
No, but if the diet, you know who follows the type of diet? Heavy weightlifters, because they need
Yeah.
all the protein. So basically, it build up gas in the system.
Uh,
And she thought she was having like a attack or something.
I can't remember what it was, but
But she's
one.
retired from selling farts in a jar now.
Well,
You know, there goes $1,000 per year.
uh,
Well, she could do a limited edition.
But now,
Well-
well, now she's doing digital artworks on the blockchain. She's following the Biden money making scheme. She's into art.
In farts.
Yeah. Arts and farts. Arts and farts. Oh my God, she's. Hey,
Yeah,
if you
good looking.
if you could make money selling farts in a jar, good for you. To be fair, but she was eating like tons of beans and like hard boiled eggs. She was actually farting in jars versus just sending empty jars.
Yeah. But
What's even worse is she made an effort to make sure the fart still smelled when you got it.
right. So you got your money's worth.
Okay, first off, if you are that interested to buy a fart in a jar, yes, exactly. Are you going to open the jar and let the fart out, or do you want to
No,
keep the
you're gonna
fart?
keep it in there forever.
Yeah, you want to keep your cake. You want to have your cake, not eat it, right?
Yeah. I mean, this is what they were paying like $1,000 a jar for these things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's just like,
you're not gonna open it up on a whim, you know.
yeah, it's a celebration thing. Just
She
like
made
when you buy like
$37,000 a
$1,000
week.
bottle of champagne.
You got me.
Brian's gonna pee himself. He's like, oh, I hit the lottery. Open that fart.
How long is a fart good for in a jar?
I would assume it wouldn't go bad as long as you shake it once in a while. It doesn't settle to the side. Might turn brown. I don't know. I've never tried to keep a fart in a jar before.
No. We
But
can
yeah, she
make
had
that as
some
part
of
of our merch.
Yeah.
We probably only get 500 out of it.
Well, with Jeffrey, it wouldn't take much to get him farts in a jar because just give
Oh,
us
just drink some milk.
products.
Yeah. I drink some milk, but the problem is no one wants to buy my farts.
No. You can give away as Christmas presents to your family.
Hey, I got a forge for Christmas.
Nice.
I'm gonna
Nice.
start making medieval weapons.
You can make our coins.
Ooh,
Nice.
that sounds like good merch, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like a wooden nickel, but it'd be iron.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never accept a wooden nickel, right?
Nope. They're useless. They'll catch on fire and burn up.
Okay, that's supposed to be bad luck, but
I got a couple for a couple of bars.
I had some from the Navy and a couple of bars, and I had nothing but bad luck the whole time I had them.
What'd you do with them?
Literally threw them in the fire.
There you
I
go.
forgot to clean my breakfast. Usually, like after 5 breakfasts, I mean, every breakfast you get with a nickel.
Was
if
that
you
like the
get-
thirsty camel?
Yep.
They burn
It's
down.
gone.
They're
Yeah,
gone.
there you go. They burn down.
Yeah. But I got another one for pizza chefs. So I haven't asked if it's still good to go or not.
I only had wooden nickels in Virginia. Never even heard of it till I moved there.
Yeah. Beavis and Butthead.
Okay, I was gonna comment about the weather, but
Sure.
well, we went from eggs and farts
All right. What's about the weather and
to no, we went from eggs and
Massachusetts?
farts to Beavis and Butthead. That was actually supposed to be the transition.
Okay.
Beavis and Butthead are making a new movie. I bought a TV series, right?
Yeah. Revival film.
What was it, like 94 or something?
96,
Probably.
something like that.
Yeah, like I was
What-
definitely still in school.
What channel were they on originally?
MTV.
MTV.
Yeah.
Back
So they
when
were on
Devor-
MTV after MTV stopped playing videos, but before they started the reality TV crap.
They were still doing videos, actually. Beavis and Butthead did
Yeah.
a lot of stuff with music videos in their show.
Okay.
It
But
was-
now you can
they
now
were
when
the
you watch
transition, how's that?
MTV, you get nothing but teen moms.
what was that?
Now MTV's about teen moms.
Yeah. Yeah. Teenage. Yeah. Whatever. It used to be funny. And when Curry was still on MTV, they
Yeah.
did Beavis and Butthead.
Right.
I'm excited to see another movie because the last movie, or sorry, TV series, right? Not
Uh-huh.
movie. Because they did a movie, Beavis and
Yeah, they
Butthead Do
did.
America.
Yeah.
And it was pretty funny, actually. I enjoyed it. That's like 5 or 10 years after,
Uh-huh.
I
maybe.
went to the movie theaters to watch it.
Did you
Yeah.
really?
Oh wow.
Yeah. I
Wait,
was like, I was PG-13. Like, I'm 16. Hell yeah, gonna go watch it.
Yeah. They're making another season, I guess. And
Mm.
they're supposed to be growing up now.
I don't think it's gonna be the same.
No, obviously not. That's why they changed
Nah.
it and made them grown up.
I know. It's like, the South Park on Paramount Plus,
Oh my
where
God, it was
it was
hilarious.
COVID.
I laughed so hard at that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Time machine, time travel, back.
Did you watch Don't Look Up?
Yes, I did watch.
No,
Don't Look
I heard,
Up.
is it funny?
It's on
I-
Netflix.
I thought it was hilarious.
I did.
Mhm.
A lot of people were offended, but they made fun of everyone.
Everything.
Everybody. That's good. Like,
Everyone.
you make fun of everybody. Doesn't
But
matter. It's fine.
the average person only saw what offended them. And it's like, oh no, it's like, and it was
I
funny.
watched it. It was all right.
Well, DiCaprio was supposed to be Fauci, right?
Yeah.
And well, no, he got all caught up in the fame at first.
yeah.
It's like, oh, hold on. This thing is real. Don't forget it. It is actually here.
And it didn't end the way I expected it to end.
Oh,
But
the
it
world
ended
ended.
the way I liked it to end, It actually ended instead of the world being saved, the world ended.
Earth is gonna be okay.
Oh,
no
thanks
matter
for
what we
ruining it
do
for
with
me.
it.
I haven't watched it yet.
You never will. You don't have Netflix.
I do. In a way, yes.
He steals it.
Okay.
No, I got somebody else's password.
That's literally stealing.
No, if I got the password.
Yeah, but you're stealing from Netflix.
No, I just borrow somebody else's password.
Anyway,
Stealing from Netflix.
I watched it. I thought it was
Mhm.
fairly entertaining,
I thought it was pretty funny. I thought it was funnier than the average person because
Yeah, the wife came into it about halfway through and she's like, "What is this?" And I explained it to her.
but the wife hated it. She's like, this is,
Idiocracy.
that's kind of the way the wife saw it. Like, just don't look at. They made Trump supporters look like the idiots.
But do you think they were really supposed to be Trump supporters? I mean,
They
the
wore
wife
red
left Noah
hats.
Hill. The wife left her son behind to get to the planet. To get
I
eaten
know. I
at
laughed
the
so hard
end.
at that. I even,
That was so awesome.
I
got
even, she
within
just left her
30
son.
minutes
And
on the planet.
there they go. And oh, they get frozen for like 10,000 years, and then she gets eaten by that weird animal.
Yeah.
He's like, "What is it?"
And the tech guy, I thought he was like Jeff Zuckerberg, And
The
an
wife
idiot.
said Bezos.
Okay, it's similar, yeah.
I took him to be just big money, big
Yeah,
pharma,
Okay.
big pharma, trying to make money on it.
Yeah. Well, when he stopped the attack, the missiles from hitting the comet because he wanted to try to mine the comet. Yeah, big money. Yeah.
Big money,
Uh-huh.
big pharma.
Yep.
That's what I thought when I saw that right away.
Yeah.
Apparently, I was the only who read it that way. Ray, you got to watch it.
Let's check it out.
I thought it was hilarious. My wife did not think it was funny. Brian's wife did not think it was funny.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
entertaining.
Our wives
It
don't
was
like-
fairly entertaining movie.
Yeah, and our wives don't like British comedy typically either, though, do they?
Oh, my wife loves British comedy.
She likes Monty Python.
Yeah, she loves anything British comedy. She's all about.
So she into Doctor Who.
Yes.
Oh, we might have to talk.
Yeah, she loves.
I'm actually ready to call it a night if you guys are ready. We can go through these couple polls and jizz face if you
Yeah.
want, but huh?
Yeah, let's do those two, and then pull the plug.
All right. So apparently 76% of voters disagree with Nancy Pelosi because and I'm not sure where I stand on this, honestly, but they're saying she made a big deal about how she's allowed to invest too.
Yeah,
And I get that. Free trade,
but insider trading, they have so much access to new regulations coming out
way
And-
before we do.
and new laws that they're about to pass and things like that affect the companies and the way they do business. It's not
She
fair.
knows when to sell and when to buy because
Mhm.
she passed the law.
Yep.
Well, how many times have we brought this up? Actually, there are entire TikTok pages and YouTube pages devoted to following what she buys and sells.
Yep.
Like, seriously, just do what Nancy Pelosi is doing, and you're gonna make money.
Right.
Trade like
Okay.
Nancy.
Well, her records are public record because she
Mhm.
realistically, we should all be doing this. Like, we should all be buying what Nancy Pelosi is buying and selling what Nancy Pelosi sells. Because for the same reason, she gets heads up. But
Yep.
most voters agree that Congress has an unfair advantage because they have a heads up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like the politicians they found out COVID was coming, and they start selling all the stocks.
And they invested in COVID related face masks and
Yeah.
medical
Oh, who's-
supplies.
Yeah, Pfizer. What? Hmm.
Whoa, yeah, go ahead and have a look at how much Pfizer Pelosi owns. You know what I mean? It's but at the same time, she's allowed someone who's been elected to office is still allowed to make money, right?
Yeah.
And invest. And that's where I come upon a quandary.
Well, I mean, like when that's where it gets really weird because you got somebody like President Trump, who is not a politician when he got elected,
He's already independently wealthy.
and he owns billions of dollars worth of stocks and bonds and companies and stuff like that. And he's expected to put all his stocks and bonds and investments into like a blind trust while he's in the office.
Yeah.
So-
what does blind trust mean?
Means he doesn't have any control over it. He doesn't know what's going on with his investments anymore. But Nancy Pelosi, who did not have stocks and bonds when she came into office, she's allowed to actively invest and make changes to her stock portfolio.
So you're saying if I own 0 stocks when I take office, I can buy stocks and do what I want. But if I own them before, I can't.
Pretty much.
So right before I get elected, I sell everything, literally everything.
Yeah. Stupid.
Again, I don't know where the line should be because these guys obviously have an unfair advantage, but you're allowed to invest. And I don't like the idea of not being allowed to know where your money is. That just seems silly to me. I mean, like, when it's like, oh, we just randomly invest your money. It's like you could be investing in like Hitler used to youth. You know what I mean? Like they're probably not going to make money. Oh yeah.
Why is MSNBC talking about CNN?
Geez, Louise. I don't know. I know. I usually don't do this with the There we go. I don't normally. Oh, I did it wrong.
Harry, and Harry, you look at this and then you see the effect it has in people in the polls here, in this alarming number of people who say that violence against the government is justified.
Yeah, it's truly scary. I mean, I think that's the only word, you know, is violent
this
action
bothers
against
me.
the government ever justified? Look at that, 34% say yes. That's higher among Trump voters, 43%. It's lower among Biden voters, 21, but I would still argue 21 is a fairly large percentage. And that 34 overall,
Well, look at the
a
source of
decade
the
ago
poll.
back in 2011, it was
What's this? What?
Washington Post and University of Maryland is the source of the poll.
Oh, I think I'm going to disagree with you in general about what is going. I'm going to shut this off, and
just
we're going to have this
16%.
conversation.
So it's an increasing percentage of Americans.
All right, now there we go. Was it only 26% or whatever percent of Americans think that violence against the government is ever acceptable? No, that bothers me because I don't think people understand how our nation was formed.
They don't. They've forgotten.
It was a violent revolution,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
People died. Many people died. It was a bloody battle. It was way more violent than the last French Revolution that led to the terror, where the word terrorism comes from. Because they didn't just go in and cut people's heads off. The American Revolution was drawn out,
Uh-huh.
and many people died.
Because England did not want to give up control of our country.
Yeah, until one day they said, you know what? It's not fucking worth it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
No, that's really what happened. It's
Yeah.
like, they're just gonna keep shooting us. It's not worth it.
And they were
And
used
that's why
to
we got
fighting.
guns.
They were used to fighting a certain way, and we were doing it guerrilla style.
We invented guerrilla warfare.
Yeah.
And how many times that kicked our ass in the battlefield, though? Vietnam, right?
Yep, Vietnam, exactly.
Korea. We invented guerrilla. I say that. The natives actually taught us the general basics.
Right.
Then the Americans, that is, took that and made it more
Their own style.
useful. Yeah.
It's like the Roman, the copy of their tribes.
Take old technologies and just advance them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Build a better mousetrap. All loads lead.
Back to Rome.
To Rome.
They say to Rome, but you know what's funny? They'll lead from Rome. They go from Rome to somewhere else to get resources.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's what made the Roman Empire what it was, you know.
the super system highway.
Oh, yeah, no, there you go. Wow. Look at Ray being profound here. The
Hey,
Romans invented the highway.
Fast to get
I
there
thought
so they
Truman
can
did.
conquer you.
You
or
can say-
Eisenhower.
actually,
Was it Eisenhower?
okay.
It's Eisenhower.
Eisenhower, that's what the Eisenhower system, but he got it from
Look
the
at
Germans.
you. You know what's even more fun is I guarantee you not a single person who listens to our show would have known the difference.
Oh,
But you two got so pissed so fast over that mistake.
no, okay.
We
Eisenhower
did this
was
earlier
like-
too about the bomb, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Eisenhower is the one that brought the idea from the Germans because they got the Autobahn.
Autobahn.
Yeah, so
Which I
that's
driven
why they
on the
call it.
Autobahn.
That's why they call it the Eisenhower highway system, and goes from odd numbers 5 for the West Coast all the way up to 95 on the East Coast and 10 on the South, all the way up to.
Well, they go northwest, east, south.
So yeah, if you like
Odd
odd
numbers are north, south.
north, south,
then
and
Even
even
numbers are east,
even-
west.
yeah.
I'm glad you know that. I thought I was the only person who knew that.
No, I know a lot of
No.
useless information.
You say useless,
you
but
know-
tells you
you
what
know
direction
because
the
you
road
u-
is going.
Yeah, like, okay, I go north, I go south,
Well, no, 95 is a north-south road.
Yes. all the way
93 is a
from-
north-south road.
A Highway
Yeah.
5 is,
Yeah.
it's the
Ah,
West Coast.
yeah. 36 is east-west. These are all roads that are within like 25 miles of me, by the way. But yeah, odd numbers are north south, even numbers are east west. That's actually the thing is this is designed to be easy, but your average commuter doesn't know this.
No.
And whenever you see the exit number on the sign, whether it's on the right, that means the exit's on the right. If it's on the left, that means the exit's on the left.
Okay, first of all, a left exit is wrong.
You see it once in a while.
Once in a while. I'm so confused by the exits where I live. They just changed. No, they just changed all the exit numbers.
Yeah, they did.
I don't use a number. I use a street name.
Well, our exit numbers were used to be like the next exit was the next number, right? Well,
No, it's mile marker based.
yes. And in either direction from me, north and south on the highway next to me, it's 5 miles in any direction to the next off ramp. So all of a sudden, my exit went from 12 to like 25 or something. It's measured from Plymouth. Yeah, and I'm really not that far from Plymouth, but it like doubled my exit number. Yeah. Anyway, we can talk about Maxwell, how she's.
Well, we already said she was not going to serve any time or very little time. And apparently, one of her jurors was he was sexually offended in his past, didn't disclose that, so it taints the jury.
Sexually offended? Like, I'm offended by your sexuality. You know what you mean, sexually molested, huh?
Maybe his butt hurts.
Maybe.
I don't know. About her about it. I can't believe we making jokes about this
butt
thing.
hurt about the sexual abuse.
We're going to hell. We going to fucking hell.
Hey.
Fuck.
We've brought up rape before. We've talked about this before. Just because it's a dude getting his butt ripped apart doesn't make it any worse than anyone else, does it?
Yeah. But I can't believe we just make jokes about this shit. Like, all right. Anyways.
No, rape's disgusting and it's horrible.
Yeah.
This is going on and no one seems to
prison.
fucking care. No one's gonna serve any goddamn time.
It happens a lot in prison and nobody cares about that shit.
He's a spook.
Oh my god.
Yes,
You've
I'm
been
owning
listening
it.
to too much No Agenda show.
Spot the spook.
Ray, you listened to the show once yet?
No. I just
You know what I'm
As
gonna
bad
have
as
to
I
do?
used to be.
This is what I'm gonna have to plan.
You want me to drink the Kool-Aid?
That's
That's why you guys want me to drink the Kool-Aid?
No, actually, I didn't drink the Kool-Aid. I took my time and I finally checked it out
enjoying
one
it,
day, and I was like, oh, maybe Brian should have actually punched me in the mouth.
Yeah,
Drink your Kool-Aid.
I can
That's
still
what they
call
say,
you out
right?
as a douchebag.
I am still a douchebag.
Mm.
Douchebag.
You should go to that meetup in Boston if you got the chance.
I meant to talk about that. It's in Norwood. It's like halfway between here and Boston.
Oh, so that's not even as bad.
No, Boston's only like 25 minutes. I can get to Norwood in like 12, depending. I say that. It actually might take me longer because I can't take the expressway.
Yeah, because you'll be drinking.
No, because the expressway doesn't go there.
Oh. I would still go check it out, even if you just to see what it's like. I've always wanted to go to one, so.
I'm not sure how this works. Do I just say, hey, I want to show up, and I just show up?
Yeah.
Or do I need to bring mutton and mead?
No, because it's probably at a brewery. They do a lot of them at breweries and things like that. So
do we listen to the show?
No, you're going to talk about topics from the show. You're just going to talk. You're gonna meet people.
I'm gonna look like a fucking nut job trying to sell our show.
No, not our show. You can do that if you want, but I mean,
no, like you should check this shit out. We're fucking crazy and drunk too.
I'm gonna gonna post a link.
We'll
to
get
our
an extra 100 views that week.
I'm on the No Agenda social network. I got on there before they shut it down on
Yeah.
Mastodon. I'm thinking about posting a link to the show on there. and
How do we
seeing
do
what
this
happens.
podcasting 2.0 thing? Have you
I
looked
don't
that up?
I haven't figured out how to do that. I don't think Podbean supports it. So
I'm not sure what I don't know. I'm not sure what it is.
well, what they're doing is they've linked Bitcoin with podcasting, so people can donate through their podcast feeds. And they've also made it where you can have different art show up on what they call chapters. So you can have, if you have a bunch of artists that are doing artwork, you can add it to your show, and it just, when it gets talked about on the show, it shows up as part of the stream.
All right, we need to look this up because this doesn't sound accurate at all.
All right, whatever.
No, maybe it is. I don't know. This is over my head.
But you should go to Norwood. You should go check it out. It's not
Yeah.
that far. It's in your back door. It's in your backyard.
It's close enough, and all I have to do is send an RSVP,
Yeah.
and what we go there, and
Great.
it's just listeners of the No Agenda show.
Yeah.
We don't even listen to the show.
No, you don't listen to the show. It's because that's on a Saturday night, Saturday afternoon. The show goes out. The show's on Sundays and Thursdays.
Okay.
So
Well, I know at least enough to not go on the recording and say I'm a douchebag
no.
because it pisses off Dvorak every time. It's like, don't tell me you're a douchebag.
But you can say in the morning.
ITM.
Yeah. The Jeffrey and Brian show.
Hey, by the way, anyone who did make it this late in the show, Brian, where can you donate to us if people do want to? By the way, I have not shared that link once.
Well, that's probably why we've got no donations. We're on PayPal
Oh.
at the Jeffrey and Brian SH. JEFFREY and BRIANSH. Send your donations now so we can get more beer.
Yes, we can't make this show. You know what? We can afford our own beer. We just need storage space. And what we pay about $100 a year.
Yeah.
It's come out of my kids' college fund.
Is it? Okay.
Oh,
No.
kidding me?
It's
It's a
He's not expecting
Moreno.
his
That
kids
kid
to go
ain't going to college. Here we go.
Anyways,
Before we sign up, actually, let's go down this rabbit hole.
Okay.
We can
Okay.
do a separate thing if you want. We can shut this recording off and start a new one if you want. I want to talk about college education and how it's
So
Overhyped.
we're shutting down Facebook.
I think we should. I think we're
Alright.
done.
we should have let the last, the only second comment we got. Why is the mystical imaginary unicorn pick for this?
Who
For the-
put that on there?
Michael.
Duckett.
Of
Yeah.
course, it was Michael Duckett.
How you doing, Mike?
He's
Yeah.
he's our number one fan.
Yeah, when you co-
He's
When you coming on?
Anyways, it's like, yeah, well, why the pick the what's the name of the gender neutral unicorn?
yeah, that was the stupid.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
why
I don't know why they
picked
picked a unicorn. Probably because it's not a real animal. Exactly. It's made up.
It's not believable.
Exactly. I go with that
Anyways,
one.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, that was
All
funny.
right, let me pull plug on Facebook.
I'm digging the music.
pretty good choice.
I like it.
thought so. I thought it did. I thought it made a good pick. I looked at a lot of free stuff, like absolutely free. Bunch of stuff that was a couple bucks.
Yeah.
I like this one. Are we off Facebook?
Yes.
Oh yeah, he's off.
Sorry, I didn't realize that.
It's okay.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, I thought I picked some pretty good music. Yeah.
You can put it in the background. I like it. I like this song.
It seemed like good intro for like when we're waiting to get ready to go, and
Yeah.
it's like a minute and a half or something, or 3 minutes or whatever. I don't know. Plenty of music. What we're gonna talk about?
College funding.
Oh yeah. Hold on, let me get a beer.
Yeah. Geez, that ain't the right button at all. In terms of oh Jesus Christ, listen to him.
Do you want me to stop recording?
Yeah, maybe.